Jared Petty here for IGN Play Star Wars, joined by...
My name is Vincent Genito. That's what they call me when I was born.
Yeah, they called you that when you were born. Did they call you that now?
They still do. They decided to keep up with it for like 36 years.
I wondered if you had earned a name when you became a man, perhaps. Perhaps
haven't done that yet.
I don't know, feet like fish.
Still
working
on becoming a man.
Okay, still working on becoming a man. Yes, and we, grotesque man children, sitting here right now playing Super Empire Strikes Back for ye old Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Yep. Back in the day, when you made a game, you just stuck Super in front of it, and it was ready for the SNES.
That's right. That's all you had to do. And then after that, all you had to do was slap 64 after it.
It's you get multiple generations of easy naming. That's what I was. Well, now you just stick Wii at the end, right? Isn't that? Or
I guess
U?
that's how Nintendo
you
does
stick
it.
U at the end now. Are you going to stick NX at the end of the next gen?
That's most likely going to happen. But yeah, I think that we've seen with the whole zombie thing, Zombie U, and then they're like, yeah, it's just going to be Zombie on other consoles.
Okay, you know what? We probably ought to start playing this video game before the viewers are like, what are these two morons talking about?
It just feels bad. Skipping these crawls because I think for the time this is one of the most impressive things is how they try to recreate with these Mode 7 effects and everything.
Yeah.
To give you a sense of the actual beginnings of these films.
Exactly. I mean, cinematics were really hard to pull off. Home consoles, despite what they were able to pull off, were not particularly powerful.
Nope.
I mean, this was assembly language trickery going on here.
Yep.
What it took to make this happen, and it really is for the era quite impressive. The Star Wars games are really good looking. The play is uneven.
Yeah, it is
but
uneven.
The games really look great. And here we are, and jumping right in, Luke Skywalker on Hoth, and here we have yet another example of that Star Wars favorite, the Hoth level.
Oh yeah, that's right. And there've been a bunch of well, I don't know if I'd say there's been a bunch of good ones. There's certainly been a bunch of them.
There certainly have been a bunch of them over the years.
I would say they've all been good.
Oh look, and you got the Luke spin here, which is the ultimate Star Wars move. That maneuver, yeah, that's how you win. Spin is Luke, but you're going to lose your spinification power here pretty quick because, just as Han Solo once observed, you have to go out on Tonton.
Yes, you do have to go on Tonton.
Yep.
They literally it's actually, this is an interesting example, early example of a scripted event.
Yeah, it
where
is.
I'm walking along and then suddenly I don't have control anymore and it just walks my character over and hops him onto this.
And
thing.
here we have a very early cutscene, which actually looks pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And that Tonton is sitting there. He's like, please don't cut my belly open.
That he knows how this movie ends.
Yeah, he's
like, nope.
I don't want to be disemboweled.
All kinds of nope.
Yeah. Okay. So, and we hop back in here. Very exciting. It's reminding us that we're playing The Empire Strikes Back. In case we forgot.
In case we forgot from a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
And fighting on, you'd think that fighting on the back of a Tauntaun with a lightsaber would be one of the most badass things a person could do.
Yeah.
But it actually feels a little bit clunky and weird. So I'm gonna switch to my
blaster.
My clumsy, classless blaster.
Yeah, I think at this point Luke carries a Blastech DL-44, right?
Yes.
Just like Han Solo, or very similar.
Yes.
I think that's what he carries in Empire. So yeah, Luke making his way across ye old Tauntaun Tundra. And just like we remember from The Empire Strikes Back, Luke fights his way along cliff tops, battling
totally canon.
Yeah, battling many creatures.
Exactly how it happened.
This is what I remember. Also, the plants of Tonton, very dangerous. Plants are very aggressive in 16-bit gaming.
Yeah, they're generally kind of jerks.
They are. Flowers are really mean in old games. But yeah, so we make our way along here. You grab a thermal detonator, and these games, all of them are they're kind of very pretty. They're well animated, and you have decent control. But there's what's it feel like playing this right now?
It's kind of gummy, especially when you're swinging the lightsaber around. It feels a little bit it's funny because the blaster is supposed to be the clumsy weapon, right? But there's definitely a lack of precision to the way you swing the lightsaber around. I kind of feel a little bit like I'm hitting. I feel like, but it's strange because in a way I almost feel like when I've got the lightsaber, button mashing might be my best option.
Yeah, I wonder about that too. Now, this route, the scouting route that Luke is on right now, really seems problematic. I'm wondering how the Rebel Alliance actually ever managed to establish Echo Base. Oh, there we go. Enter. Just in case you enter cave. Enter the cave.
I want to enter the cave.
Enter the cave.
I'm trying to enter the cave.
Vince, are you feeling it entering the cave?
I want to.
Okay, so there are only 6. Well, there are 8 face buttons.
Okay, I think I had to get off.
Off the Tauntaun.
I had to get off the Tauntaun.
Okay, now you've entered the cave.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think it's possible that we might encounter a Hoth Wampa?
A Wampa?
Yes, indeed. I like the Wampa.
It might be time to Wamp about.
That was a great action figure, the Hoth Wampa.
You know, I never had it.
Oh, he was wonderful. He was just the right size. He felt really kind of solid in your hand, and you could stick his arms out so they could just like knock Luke Skywalker down with one blow. I love his old Kenner toys. Really pretty great.
Yeah, they don't make them like that like they used to, like with the nice.
Ah!
Oh wow, you can get frozen.
Frozen, that's right. Move, shake. Video game language teaches us that whenever frozen, you should shake. Okay. Oh, well, you do have access to your most devastating move again.
I'm in there.
The delightful double jump. Uh-oh. That guy froze you again. That's really problematic. I guess you can't
gotta mash out.
The lightsaber you can't deflect freezes. Oh.
That's right. That's not a thing that a lightsaber can do. I should probably get my. Oh, you see that little dirty trick you're trying to pull on me?
Now, unlike with Super Return...
Oh, no!
Oh, wait. No, it's one of those multi-tiered levels.
I'm learning. I'm taking out my blaster, though, for this.
Okay.
And inconveniently for me, snow blocks blaster fire.
Well, there we learned. So, Snowbank got in your way. Okay, going to take another shot at it here.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do IGN Play Star Wars once or twice a week. Really enjoy going through all these old Star Wars games. Some good, some bad. Where do you think this one falls in the mix?
Honestly, I feel that even though there's quite a good bit of variety to the gameplay in this one, I do think that this is the lesser of the Star Wars games, even though I do think it is the better of the Star Wars movies.
Okay, so yeah, Empire Strikes Back, I think, is pretty definitively the best Star Wars movie. I don't think you're going to find too many arguments against that.
Yeah, there's not many, although there are those people. It's interesting. You have the big Jedi haters, and you have the big Jedi zealots who feel like that's like the...
I like Jedi. It's got some problems, but I feel like I don't even feel like there's a comparison. Like,
yeah, neither do I.
I really love Jedi, and I'm not one of those Ewok haters either. People who don't like Ewoks, I don't understand.
I don't necessarily. No, I can understand where people are coming from, but I don't share it.
I don't share that.
I don't share it. I actually kind of. What I like about Ewoks is that they've got this like druidic kind of shamanistic. Air to them that I think makes them interesting people.
Well, I saw an interview. I think something was about to trigger and you died right when it did.
Very sad.
There's an interview I remember seeing where I believe it was Lucas or Coppola talking about how the Ewoks were inspired by the Viet Cong.
Sure, I can see that.
The idea was to create a native force that could take down the Empire. But here we are talking about Ewoks in the middle of Empire Strikes Back, when we should be talking about Wampas and you getting frozen here. So we're going to make our way through the cave. We're going to try to reach the boss here at the end of this level. And one of the things about this game, you mentioned variety, Vince, is that unlike a lot of games, this doesn't just stay a straight like side-scrolling platformer. The Star Wars games were kind of famous for these they were variety levels. You did something different almost every stage. So you're wandering around kind of awkwardly flailing and stabbing things, but when you get onto another stage, you might be piloting a starship, you might be running an obstacle course.
Right.
And that was the kind of nifty appeal of these games. That, and of course just hearing the John Williams music channeled through that wonderful Sony sound chip that came with the Super Nintendo. What's your favorite Star Wars game, Vince?
What's that?
What's your favorite Star Wars
game?
My
favorite Star Wars game?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a boring pick.
Is it a boring pick? You just stepped on that ice.
Did that instantly kill me? I thought I had lots of health.
Oh, you did, but you just kept falling on it and you died.
That's weird.
Yep, and here we are back here.
So my favorite Star Wars game is probably, it's an easy, simple pick. It's Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay, KOTOR's your favorite.
Yeah.
You feel like that's an easy pick for Star Wars games? Like that's definitively the best?
I don't feel like there's a lot of... I really don't feel like there's a lot of debating.
Oh, really?
A lot of them. Not a lot. There's some other
The entire TIE Fighter world just elicited a collective hiss.
Do you really think that I'm also a fan of the TIE Fighter games. Do you think that those people generally feel strongly that there's no way that Knights of the Old Republic is a better game?
Some of them, yes.
Huh.
I
would say if there's a competition, it would be from the TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighters are pretty spectacular. And there's actually several really, really good Star Wars games.
Yeah. Well, then again, there's the Jedi Academy and the Dark Forces. Yeah, so
and there's Jedi Knight 2.
It's tough to call. Yeah, Jedi Knight 2 is really
so good.
Yeah.
There's quite a few, so I wonder about that. What about Hoth levels, Vince? If we're looking at the Hoth level experience as you make your way through this one, what do you think?
The best is definitely the best. The best Hoth level is in the worst Star Wars game.
Oh, okay. No, the worst Star Wars game is Yoda Stories.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But it's in one of the worst Star Wars games.
It's the worst Star Wars game that some people think is good.
Yeah,
and that's Shadows of the
Empire, right?
But I think that's the best Hoth level. I don't know. I don't know if this Wampa thing is going to happen. These clumsy lightsaber controls are kind of messing me up here.
Oh, so it's the clumsy lightsaber controls.
Totally
not you, right?
Totally gonna blame the game on this one.
Okay. Well, yeah, we probably ought to drop out of here now because I think people are going to be like, man, they've been going through the soft level a long time. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, kind folk, and we encourage you to contribute to Star Wars IGN wikis, where we are constantly writing new Star Wars stuff. If you want to do that, shoot me a message on Twitter, Petty Jared. Let me know that you'd like to help out. And Vince, for all things that happen in a galaxy far, far away, movies and games and television and books for that matter,
of them.
and comics, where should these good people go?
Probably right where they are, and that's IGN.
All right. Bye, guys.